those centers, they have mentioned very gloriously that we don't put ureteric catheter. We are confident we can do without putting ureteric catheter. I will not agree to that. Ureteric catheter is a must because it not only confirms the distal patency, it helps you to do an RGP and visualization of pelvic ileal system. It helps you to distend the pelvic ileal system. Patient, when he comes to OT, he is dehydrated. So on bulk will be completely choking. You have to distend the system to make a space for flow of your guide wire. It confirms the accurate puncture by obtaining a good flow. And there is prevention of migration of stones because of the mechanical presence of the calyx, ureteric catheter. If some stone fragments they go down, you can flush back. Sometimes the patient comes to us with lot of congestion, and if you don't have a ureteric catheter, you cannot even identify the PUJ. So you have to have a ureteric catheter into the pelvic ileal system. It helps you to place double J stent, and sometimes if you avulse the PUJ also, it will drain that area. It comes as a rescue. So ureteric catheter has to be done, and ureteric catheterization confirms the adequate distal drainage, and unless you have a good distal drainage, don't puncture that kidney. Because if patient is such, when there is a obstruction at the lower end, and if you puncture, this patient is going to leak continuously, and another surgery will become mandatory, for which patient is not prepared. Now for my friends who have just joined urology, success of how do you do a ureteric catheterization? When you are passing the cystoscope, ureteric orifices are not straight, they are at an angle. And as the bladder goes on filling, the angle goes on increasing. What we do is we open the tap, forget to stop it. Go on filling. We are struggling in the beginning how to identify and how to puncture, and the ureteric orifices, they become lateral and lateral. And when you try to poke your ureteric catheter, it may go medially and it will give extravasation, it will cause perforation. So right at the beginning, when you are stressed up, you are going to do PCNL and ureteric catheterization fails. Many times you will be called to a nursing home. First time you are going to show your metal as a good PCNL surgeon. You are struggling in ureteric catheterization. So it should be known the ureteric catheterization should be done only with 15 to 20 ml of saline. Ureteric orifices, even with the directly if you pass the guide wire, and if it is edematous, the mucosa is edematous, the ureteric, this will go outside. There will be submucosal tunneling. So what my method is to pass a bristle tip ureteric catheter first. That is meant for that. So that it irons out the whole area. After that, remove the frizzle tip, then pass the open tip ureteric catheter and pass the guide wire through that. If any time you feel resistance on the way, then you should inject only the saline, 5 to 10 ml of saline. It smoothens the whole passage and passage of the hydrophilic guide. You will find the way. Try to leave ureteric catheter well inside, but not so much out of enthusiasm that it comes out. If it goes beyond the superior, it's not very uncommon. If it goes beyond the superior calyx, in the beginning itself you will have extravasation. Now coming to urethral catheterization. Very simple thing. All of us are now